Hey everyone, welcome back to Literate Lens. I'm so glad you're here today because we're diving into one of the most mind-blowing books I've ever read. Seriously, this book changed the way I see everything around me. We're talking about Sapiens, A Brief History of Humankind by Yuval Noah Harari. And trust me, by the end of this video, you're going to look at your life, your phone, even your morning coffee completely differently. So grab your favorite drink, get comfortable, and let's go on this incredible journey together. Before we start, if you love learning powerful lessons from books without spending hours reading them, make sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for Literate Lens. We're building a community of curious minds here, and I'd love for you to be part of it. All right, so imagine this. Around 70,000 years ago, we were nothing special. I mean it. Humans were just another animal wandering around Africa, trying not to get eaten by lions. We weren't the strongest, we weren't the fastest, and honestly, we were kind of average. There were actually several different human species back then. Neanderthals in Europe, Homo erectus in Asia, and us, Homo sapiens, just chilling in Africa. We were all cousins in a way. But here's the crazy part. Only we survived. Everyone else disappeared. And the question is, why? Harari says it came down to one thing that happened around 70,000 years ago. He calls it the cognitive revolution. Something changed in our brains. We started thinking differently. We developed this unique ability to create and believe in things that don't actually exist. I know that sounds weird, but stay with me. We could suddenly talk about things we'd never seen. We could gossip. We could plan. We could tell stories about gods, about tribes, about futures that hadn't happened yet. Think about it. A lion can't sit around with other lions and say, "Hey, you see that river over there? Let's meet there tomorrow at sunrise and hunt together." But we could. We could coordinate with hundreds, even thousands of strangers because we all believed in the same stories, the same myths, the same imagined realities. That's what made us special. Not our muscles, but our minds. So we started spreading. We left Africa and went everywhere. And here's the uncomfortable truth that Harari doesn't shy away from. Wherever we went, other human species disappeared. The Neanderthals? Gone. Homo erectus? Gone. We don't know exactly what happened. Maybe we killed them. Maybe we outcompeted them for resources. Maybe we interbred until they just became part of us. But one way or another, we were the only humans left standing. And we didn't stop there. We reached Australia about 45,000 years ago. And when we did, something terrible happened. Most of the large animals there went extinct. Giant kangaroos, massive wombats, huge flightless birds, all gone. It wasn't because of climate change. It was because of us. We were too good at hunting. This pattern repeated itself everywhere we went. America, Madagascar, New Zealand. Wherever humans showed up, the megafauna disappeared. We were, and still are, an ecological force of nature. But then around 12,000 years ago, something even bigger happened. The agricultural revolution. Now, you'd think farming was this great advancement, right? We settled down, we grew crops, we built villages. But Harari calls it the biggest fraud in history. Here's why. As hunter-gatherers, we worked maybe 3 to 6 hours a day. We ate a diverse diet of fruits, nuts, meat, and vegetables. We were healthier, taller, and had more free time. But when we became farmers, everything changed. We worked from sunrise to sunset. We ate mostly wheat or rice, which wasn't as nutritious. We got diseases from living close together and from domesticated animals. Our backs hurt from bending over in the fields. Our teeth rotted from all the carbs. We became shorter, weaker, more stressed. So why did we do it? Because farming could feed more people. A piece of land that could support 100 hunter-gatherers could support 1,000 farmers. So the population exploded. And once you're a farmer, you can't go back. You've cleared the forests. You've built permanent homes. You've had more kids because you need workers. You're trapped. The wheat didn't feed us. We became slaves to the wheat. We had to water it, protect it from pests, worry about it constantly. And here's the kicker. Farming led to private property. Before farming, you couldn't really own land, you moved around. But now, this is my field. That's your field. And if I have more fields than you, I'm richer. Inequality was born. Hierarchies formed. Kings emerged. Empires rose. Harari then takes us through thousands of years of human history, but he focuses on one fascinating idea. What actually holds these massive empires and societies together? It's not force alone. It's imagined orders. Money, for example. Think about it. A dollar bill is just paper. It has no real value. You can't eat it. You can't build with it. But we all believe it has value, so it does. That shared belief, that collective myth, allows complete strangers to cooperate. Religion works the same way. Laws, nations, human rights. These are all stories we tell ourselves. Don't get me wrong, they're incredibly powerful and important stories. They allow billions of people to live together relatively peacefully. But they only work because we collectively believe in them. If tomorrow everyone stopped believing in money, it would become worthless paper. The book then brings us to about 500 years ago, to what Harari calls the scientific revolution. This is when we admitted something powerful. We said, we don't know everything. That might sound simple, but it was revolutionary. Before this, people thought they had all the answers through religion or ancient texts. But during the scientific revolution, we started saying, let's observe, let's experiment, let's discover. And that mindset changed everything. Science gave us technology. Technology gave us power, and we used that power to conquer the world. European empires spread across the globe, not because Europeans were smarter or better, but because they embraced science and progress. They built better ships, better weapons, better maps. They funded exploration because they believed there was always more to discover, more to conquer. And then came capitalism. Harari explains how capitalism is based on a brilliant and kind of crazy idea: trust in the future. A capitalist believes that if they invest their money today, they'll get more money tomorrow. The economy will grow. There will be progress. And that belief, that trust in the future, has driven incredible growth. We've gone from horse-drawn carriages to electric cars, from handwritten letters to instant global communication, from plagues that killed millions to vaccines that save billions. But, and this is a big but, this growth came at a cost: the environment, indigenous peoples, animals. The Industrial Revolution turned us into a global superpower, but it also disconnected us from nature. We started seeing the world as a resource to exploit, not a home to respect. Harari also talks about happiness, and this part really hit me. Despite all our technology, all our wealth, all our progress, are we actually happier than our ancestors? Studies suggest we're not. We have more stuff, but we're more anxious. We're more connected digitally, but more lonely in person. We've conquered the world, but we haven't conquered our own minds. The book ends with a thought that's both exciting and terrifying. We're now reaching a point where we can design ourselves. Genetic engineering, artificial intelligence, bioengineering, we're no longer just evolving naturally. We're taking control of our own evolution. We could eliminate diseases, extend lifespans, even create entirely new forms of life. But we could also create new inequalities, new dangers, new ways to destroy ourselves. Harari asks, what do we want to become? We have more power than ever before in history, but do we know what to do with it? Are we using it wisely? And that's the question that stays with you long after you finish the book. So here's what I took away from Sapiens. We're not special because we're strong or fast. We're special because we can cooperate in massive numbers through shared beliefs and stories. We've reshaped the entire planet, for better and worse. We've created incredible civilizations. But we've also caused immense suffering to other species and even to ourselves. And now, we're at a crossroads. We have the power to create a beautiful future, or a catastrophic one. The choice is ours. This book made me realize that so much of what we take for granted, money, nations, companies, laws, they're all just stories we agreed to believe in. And if they're just stories, that means we can change them. We can write new stories, better stories. And that's incredibly empowering. If you enjoyed this summary and want to explore more powerful ideas from incredible books, please subscribe to Literate Lens. Hit that like button, drop a comment telling me what book you want me to cover next, and share this video with someone who loves learning. Let's build a community of curious, thoughtful people who want to understand the world better. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Keep reading, keep learning, keep growing.